The final whistle has gone at the Santiago Bernabeu. It has finished Real Madrid 1, Manchester City 1. 1-1 at the Bernabeu against the champions of Europe, against the fathers and the owners of the Champions League. You know, going there and getting a draw away from home. Can't lie, that's a great result. Obviously, people are split on that. Certain factions of the fan base are saying it's a good result. Some are saying it's not the best result in the world, but they take it. Obviously, you had the deluded fans, yeah, delusional fans on social media telling us Real Madrid are just gonna roll over for City. City are just gonna control everything. City are just gonna dominate. And listen, don't get me wrong. Like going into the tie, we were the favorites. You know what I'm saying? We were the favorites, but it doesn't mean that favorites. You know what I'm saying? Everything will go your way. Like people are forgetting who Real Madrid are, the players they have, the fans they have, the stadium that they have. Is just like the package that Real Madrid is just a scary prospect for any opposition. And to think that certain people were saying 4-0 and 5-0 and 3-0 and bro, I was like, what? If you go look back at the episode that me and Nabs recorded, yes, I was optimistic, but I clearly said a narrow 1-0 or a narrow 2-1, like a 1 goal difference win for us or a draw. And big up to Nabs, he actually predicted it correctly. He went for a 1-1 and it did finish 1-1. So, you know, fair play to him, because I just didn't understand that people were just like writing off Real Madrid as if they don't know what happened 12 months ago. 12 months ago, we were in the same Bernabeu, and in 2 minutes, the tie flipped on its head. So it's like people were just writing off Real Madrid so quickly just because City were in form, City were unbeaten in how many games, like 20 games. Like, listen, when it comes to the Champions League, especially when you're playing against Real Madrid, form goes out the window. There's no such thing as form. There's no such thing as, yeah, this, that. You play the game, you play the 90 minutes, players on the pitch, everything else you forget about. So, obviously, game kicks off. I thought we started off very well. I think we started off in a professional way, like addressed the tie, showed them respect by not overcommitting. Like we were just playing the ball, controlling the play, controlling like we do always, moving the ball about, you know, and just feeling the game. And we had a couple half chances, like Rodri's shot from outside the box. Then we had Haaland's header, but it was kind of a bit like the cross had too much on it, and he couldn't really generate power on the header. We also had like Haaland had a chance on the edge, but the angle was against him, so he couldn't really, you know what I'm saying, put any of those chances away. It was really half chances. It wasn't really proper chances that we worked. And listen, Real Madrid had their moments as well. Like they had that moment where I don't know, was it Vinny? He crossed the ball across the box, and Benzema was gonna get there, but if it wasn't for a phenomenal tackle by Ruben Diaz, you know what I'm saying, and in the last second to intercept the ball. And yeah, like it was I'd say the first 20 minutes leading up to their goal, we were in control, we were cruising. When you least expect it with this Real Madrid team, that's when they score, that's when they come out on top. So yeah, they're just built like that. But we gave them a taste of their own medicine, I can't lie, you know what I'm saying? It's our turn to do Real Madrid. Second half starts, they start dominating the ball, they start moving the ball from side to side, you know, they work it. But they didn't really cause us too many problems. Like the chances weren't really, you know what I'm saying, proper chances, it was just half chances. And when they least expected it, we got our goal. I think Camavinga plays a loose ball. Rodri, you know, intercepts it. Plays Gundo in, and I thought Gundo was gonna shoot, but then he cuts back, he turns back, and he lays off De Bruyne, and the rest is history. That finish, that technique, the audacity to do that in a Champions League semi-final at the Bernabeu when the whole world is watching you, Kevin. Yeah, man, he's showing why he's the best midfielder in the world. I was seeing guys on Twitter Oh, De Bruyne, your team needs you. Where are you? He showed up when it was crunch time. Big game players turn up in big games, and he's a big game player. How many times this season did we need this guy to turn up? And he did. This guy is just phenomenal. And I think, what is it, the third year in a row or third time meeting Real Madrid or something like that, he scored. He scored like in the last three meetings against Real Madrid. Like, this guy is he's just something else. I think, listen, he's got that personal issue with Courtois. Obviously, we know what happened, you know what I'm saying, with his misses and that. Courtois obviously doing some snaky business there. So obviously De Bruyne had a bone to pick with him, and you're like, listen, bro, you're gonna have to hold that. Bro, that I can't get off. I can't get over that shot, man, because the way I jumped off my seat, the way I was screaming, bro, like, this guy, man, is just unreal, man. Just unreal. But yeah, man, after that, they had a couple chances, I can't lie. I think Benzema had like a header or something, and then Edison with another great save, and Tchouaméni had a shot from outside the box. Edison again with a good save. And yeah, game ends. At first, I was telling myself, look, I don't think the performance was great. I don't think players were on it. Like, certain players look very off it, like Gundo, who usually is very good in possession, was very sloppy with the ball. I thought Grealish was very, very sloppy. Even Bernardo Silva, a guy that I never expected to be this bad in possession, was just giving loose passes everywhere. The only guys that really turned up were Rodri for me and Kyle Walker. So yeah, but obviously after rewatching the game, because I didn't really want to record a review straight away when the nerves were still high. I didn't really want to say anything reactionary, or because when you're in the heat of the moment, you tend to miss key details and small details about games. So I like to rewatch games. So I rewatched the game a couple hours later, and I analyzed and I saw, what, like, this performance wasn't that bad. Going away, taking the context and taking the whole tie in a totality, and not just looking at this game in isolation, just understanding what it means for the whole tie, the first and second leg. It's a good result, like, you would be so arrogant to think that you could go to the Bernabeu and shut out Real Madrid and not allow them to score. And fair play to us, we only made them score once, so we kind of kept them at bay. But yeah, you can't shut them out. They're just a very good team. Like, they just know how to play and how to win. And they're in front of their fans, so you think they're not going to turn up for their fans. So good result away from home, in my opinion. Like I said, you got to look at everything in a totality. You got to look at everything, as a package. And look, we addressed it professionally. Pep said he was happy with the result, and we'll see what happens 1 week from today. And yeah, we'll see what happens in the return leg. But yeah, these were my thoughts on the Real Madrid game and what happened at the Bernabeu last night. Before we end off today, I want to give a special shout out and a special mention to someone who, in my opinion, is the greatest CDM in history. Sergio Busquets leaves Barcelona after 18 years of service. The maestro, the controller, the third lung of Barcelona. Sergio Busquets, man. 3 Champions Leagues, 8 La Ligas. The list goes on for his illustrious career. What a player, what a legend. Those who know me, they know that I'm a huge Barca fan. Growing up watching this guy, he was just sensational. He was just amazing to watch. Like, obviously Messi, Iniesta and Xavi would always get the headlines, but he was the hidden soldier. He was the guy that kept everything ticking, man. He's just phenomenal, man. And to see him go and leave Barcelona obviously breaks my heart. But you know what I'm saying, end of an era, what a career, what a legend, what a player, what a leader. The longevity as well, 20 years of of playing and consistency. Yeah, man, what a player. And yeah, I think he was the last of that golden generation of Messi, Iniesta, Xavi, Busquets, PK, Valdez, Villa, and Pep. Like he was the last guard. Like he was the last one of them. So yeah, man, Sergio, hats off to you, and I wish you all the best in your career, man. In a bit.